BioTech startups, startup accelerator programs, future-focused cities, and more. Welcome to Weekly Wire Roundup number 5. I'm your host, Various Smith III. This video newsletter is a wrap-up of articles, news, and events around the Inland Empire and part of Startempire Wire, an aggregate location on the web dedicated to connecting you with the best startups, people, and events in the Inland Empire. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube and join our email list at startempirewire.com. Now, let's get to the news. The first thing we reported on this week is what makes the Inland Empire one of the largest big box industrial markets of America. You can check out the article on the website, and there are several reasons why. Major freeways, 3 airports, a large railway network, and with all of that, the Inland Empire adds between 10 million and 25 million square feet of new space annually that is absorbed by Fortune 500 companies. It's a big thing. According to CBRE, more than 100,000 people are employed in the warehouse industry. This is expected to grow by 25% by 2030, and we're hoping that some of those will be startups, warehouse startups, and all of that great jazz. The next thing is Amazon has invested $19.3 billion. I mentioned this number on a previous broadcast in the Inland Empire since 2010. And Amazon has added 40,000 plus jobs, according to their economic impact report, their U.S. economic impact report. And finally, business activity in the Inland Empire has increased a whopping 2.3% in the third quarter of 2019. The second thing we reported on this week was BioTech startups in the Inland Empire. Great article, which outlines a few of the biotech startups that are located here. First, we mentioned Myriad Genomics LLC. Myriad Genomics LLC is located in Marietta, and it's basically an incubator that helps biotech startups intending to launch genomic sequencing in precision medicine, agriculture, forensics, veterinary, and direct-to-consumer applications. The next will be Bacillard Biotech. They work in engineering cell-based therapies in cell and gene therapy. The third one would be SimpleSeq. SimpleSeq improves genomic sequencing by simplifying the sample preparation process. And the fourth we mentioned was Caramedica. They received $2.5 million for Small Business Innovative Research Phase 2 grant from the National Institute of Aging. So check out those 4 biotech companies that we mentioned here in the Inland Empire, and let us know if you hear of others. The third article we wrote about this week was Excite Riverside, a startup accelerator program offering mentorship, capital, and connection. So, Excite Riverside is a startup accelerator that helps select startups with promising MVPs and founders. So I'm a part of Excite Accelerator, and I can testify that it's a really great place. Excite runs a 6 to 12 month startup accelerator program and facility for technology startups. They provide access to mentorship, liquidity opportunities, network and community, professional and strategic resources, lab space, and specialized equipment. Excite's Startup Toolbox bundles up services and pre-negotiated packages with local law firms and banks, HR benefits and accounting services, and CRO referrals. And finally, Excite partners with 1 Million Cups, a Kauffman initiative, Techstars Startup Week, tech meetups including Riverside IO, the WordPress Meetup, and other ongoing events that help you stay connected. So check out the Excite Riverside Accelerator. The fourth thing we reported on was, why was Riverside, California ranked in the top 25 future focused cities? Which is a big deal given how many cities we have here in the United States. So the key factors that were assessed by Finance Buzz were pollution index score, number of B corporations, electric vehicle charging station availability, bicycle and park score, average internet speed. Now, if you go to the original article, you'll notice that they mentioned a lack of B corporations, which we do have B corporations in the city. And one of those B corporations would be Back Porch Homes, who we plan to do a report on in the future. However, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they didn't know about our startups and those in our ecosystem. So at least we made it into the list, given how many cities there are. So Riverside has so many amazing things, and UCR punches above its weight in terms of the role it plays in the local innovation system. So UCR is offering actually a lot of things to our ecosystem. 2 out of 3 billion-dollar companies in the Inland Empire belong to traditional sectors of the economy in Riverside, i.e. retail, supermarket, and electric component makers. The way forward for cities that might want to improve their future score would be invest with conscience, utilizing solar energy for daily operations, and renewable energy. So that's Finance Buzz, how they rated it. But you can check out the article published on the website. The fifth thing we reported on was UC Riverside obtaining a $2 million grant to assess environmental impact of goods movement in the Inland Empire of Southern California. Check out the article on the website. The Attorney General's Automobile Emissions Research and Technology Fund awarded $2 million to the University of California, Riverside to study the impact of industrial goods movement on air quality in the Inland Empire. Now, I want you to check this article out because there's a bit more to the backstory as to how they obtained this grant. It actually came from a lawsuit against Volkswagen and some really tricky stuff they set up in the car. I won't give away all the details because I want you to read it. Check it out. Very fascinating. Quick read. The sixth thing we reported on is, what is the Southern California Energy Innovation Network, or SCEIN? So, Southern California Energy Innovation Network, it's a free program for startups that are developing solutions to help California meet its energy goals. To get into SCEIN's startup support program, there is a set of requirements, so check those out on the article. There are a set of requirements that you need to meet as applications are accepted on a rolling basis. SCEIN helped 38 active companies raise $225 million from public and private sources. And really the goal of this organization is to push innovation and clean energy here in the Inland Empire. It's a great network. We've written a full editorial on this network. So go check out the full editorial on the website. And basically, the startups that are within the SCEIN network, they've employed up to 362 people to this day. We have more information for you, but we want you to check out the articles. And now the events. Upcoming meetings and meetups here this week in the Inland Empire include the Inland Empire WordPress monthly meetup group. This is a general meetup. This is actually the meetup that I run. So if you are not tech savvy, if you're a business owner, you're having issues with your WordPress website, come to Riverside Excite on Tuesday, October 5th. Very friendly environment. We will help you with your website. will help you get it right and help you to fix it up to the level that you need it to be fixed up and operational. And if you don't get help at the meetup, then you can always come to one of us after the meetup. If you're looking to hire somebody, you can do that. Or if you're not looking to hire anybody, come back to the meetup next month, get more free help during the 3 hours dedicated to that free help. The next thing another event that's happening right now, or Friday, October the 8th, is Riverside Robotics. If you're into robotics or into any of like the robot stuff, check out the Robot Club online Zoom meeting. It's happening Friday, October the 8th. And I've been to some of the Riverside Robotics meetings. Really interesting when they're in person as well. I haven't done many of the online meetings, but you can go to their Meetup group, meetup.com, Riverside Robotics, and a Zoom link will be sent out to you. Conferences and festivals. The Riverside Angel Summit is still ongoing until November 3rd. They have plenty of events. Last week, they had the SBIR conference. And this week, they're going to be talking about equity funding. And there are going to be several other events. So check out the Riverside Angel Summit. Go to riversideangelsummit.com and find out the events that are happening all the way up until November 3rd. Great events for startups and people who are wanting to get their startup going. And finally, upcoming, another event, Future Fest, November 12th. You can actually buy tickets now. If you go to the website, there's a QR code there which will lead you to the place where you can actually buy tickets. The website is not yet public, but go buy your tickets because Future Fest is going to be rocking. It's going to be awesome. November 12th, happening soon. Thank you guys again for tuning into the weekly Wire Roundup, and I will talk to you all next week.